So if you see couples that have been married for several years and they've not been able to give birth, you shouldn't ask them some questions. You shouldn't ask them, what is wrong? Why have you guys not given birth? Is your husband not performing very well? Is your wife not performing very well? What is wrong? Do you guys have infertility problem? Like, your friends that you got married before, they've all, have children and you guys have not had anyone. What is happening? You shouldn't ask such question. It's none of your business. You should actually mind your business, right? You're not thinking how the person you're asking that question is actually feeling. When it's God's time, children will come. So while I'm making this video was, my wife had such experience, and trust me, it broke her, and it also affected me so badly. So baby, do you want to talk about it?
Well, yes. We know it's not good to dwell in the past. After all, we have our baby now. We just want to put this out there so people know what it is like when you struggle with infertility, especially unknown source of infertility. We got married on the 4th of January 2019, and we had our girl on the 12th of August 2024. If you calculate, that's over 5 years. It was a lot to deal with. It was a lot to deal with. So we want to use this video as an opportunity to discuss why it took us so long to conceive, the struggles that came with it, everything we had to do until we had a beautiful and perfect girl.
Okay, so there's something I actually want you to talk about. Do you want to talk about the experience you had with someone that texted you or something?
Okay, so this happened at our 3rd wedding anniversary, and I posted a picture on Instagram, celebrating our anniversary, and friends were commenting, and this particular person left this comment about 3 years, no kids, something like that. And it was a lot. At that point, before I posted that picture, I was thinking, should I post, should I not post? I was already fighting myself a lot about whether I needed to post, because I knew that people would look at you with that pity and wanting to invade your privacy, and 3 years, what's happening? I didn't want that. So it really took me a lot to put out that anniversary post, and truly what I was scared of happened. Someone came under that comment section and put that there, and I had some of my friends really go hard for me then and insult the person. There was a lot of back and forth with the person. It was a lot. Honestly, trying to conceive is already a lot for couples. Now, you having to remind them or having to put it out on their face is even worse of it all. You don't know what people are going through in the back corner. Like they say, people only show you what they want you to see. So you don't know if they're struggling with infertility or whatnot. So, like Kenny has already said, you don't have to go and start asking them what is going on. Like, no, don't do that. You might not even have that sort of relationship with them for you to ask them such questions. You might think you're coming from a good place, like you mean well, but really you don't mean well for them if you ask them that question. That's what I would say. You don't mean well for them to ask them that question. When we got married, our plan, rather Kenneth's plan, I decided to go along with it, was for us to wait 6 months, of no babies, just have fun, just to put of us, enjoy ourselves together. But after the 6 months, we started crying out. That's when we realized, oh my God.
So I wanted 6 months, like I wanted to get to know my wife very well, like enjoy ourselves, before a baby comes in, before a third party comes in, right? So, but then when after the 6 months and we started trying, and that's when we realized that it's actually very difficult to conceive. Like, I would try to keep tab of her ovulation, and sometimes I may be around, sometimes I might not be around, and if I manage to be around, we try, and at the end of the month, hoping, that's okay, maybe we're pregnant, and boom, our period will come out. And the truth is, all those years, I see the sadness on my wife's face. She really wanted to, have a baby, right? Of course, every couple that gets married wants to have a baby, and it wasn't the way I felt. Looking at her, at times she would be crying, and I have to console her, and tell her, hey, it's gonna get we're gonna have our own children. And so the first year passed, nothing. Then the second year, that was was it 2021? The second year. Yeah. So one of the things that also threw our mind off was, started the Canada preparation, and so it kind of, relieved us a little bit, but then it doesn't stop the fact that we still wanted our baby. So we kept trying. Now I had to start involving doctors, going for different sort of tests. Like, we did lots of tests, like lots of it, and kept trying. Doctor said that there wasn't anything wrong with us, right? So I said okay. Started trying, kept trying. Third year, nothing, and then we came to before we came to Canada. Okay, that was 2021. So I went for a particular lab because a doctor decided to run a particular test on me. So he asked me to go for the test. So I did, and then that's when I found out that I have. So they said it could be one of the reasons, maybe why we're not conceiving and all that. So I said, I went for the test, and just like the doctor said, I had it. And so I told my wife, and okay, so what do we do? When we came to Canada, I said, okay, I'm actually going to take my health seriously, because trust me, many of us back home might have just a little thing, stopping us from conceiving, and we don't usually take our health very seriously back home. So when we came here, I said, no, this is going to change. So when we came, we both ran a comprehensive test. So doctor recommended a surgery, and we did the surgery from here on my neck. So it was done from here on my neck, somewhere here. So we kept trying. Why? Of course, before the surgery, we kept trying, and every month my wife would keep crying and crying. What? So but then after the surgery, we did get pregnant, and we got pregnant. And I was somewhere in the US when my wife called me. She kept, trust me, you need to see the number of tests this woman have done, like all the, what do you call it? Pregnancy test. Yes, trip. Like, we have loads of them, plenty. So she ran the test. Like, each time I tell her, just stop trying, trying to check, like, if you're pregnant, it's going to show, right? Without even, there will be signs. Of course, I know that people that gets pregnant usually have signs and all that. So, but she won't listen. So she kept trying. And do you want to tell me do you want to announce how you told me that we are pregnant?
Anyways, so he was in the US. He had like a job to do in the US, and prior I've been noticing that I was sleeping a lot. It's not a lot of sign really, but maybe I was overly confident or something. This particular month I was overly confident, so I walked up close to the closest supermarket and I got a strip. And yeah, I was, as much as I was confident, I was still pressing my phone while I was tested. So I just, peed on the stick and I dropped it, and I was touching my phone, and a few minutes later I picked it up. 2 lines for 5 years. I waited for 2 lines. 5 years, 2 lines, and this is the first time I'm seeing 2 lines. It looked like a joke. Like, is this real? When I mean my eyes are seeing double, I clean them and okay. And at the same time, I've always planned that if I ever found out I was pregnant, I'm going to do this whole huge surprise. It's going to be well planned for my husband, and I will show neck, and he will be taken about that. He won't even see it coming, But when I saw those 2 lines, it's like everything went out the window. I wasn't thinking straight anymore. So I quickly called him on a video call, and I asked him, when are you coming back home? And he said, anyway, first as stubborn as he is, he's already asking, why are you asking me when I'm coming? You just called me and asking me when I'm coming home. What is the problem? Tell me. Like, he already knew, he knows me so well, like, I cannot just call and be asking that question without something being attached to it. So he wanted to know what was attached. I said, nothing, just tell me. I promised him that I was going to tell him if he tells me when he's coming home. So he told me he'll be home in like 3 days or 4 days. In my head, I was calculating 3 days, 4 days. I'll keep quiet with this news. It's a long time to wait. I couldn't wait that long. So I'd already taken pictures of the strip. So he was looking at his phone. The way when you're on a call, a message comes in and you see it. So I guess the message came in. I was watching his reaction. Trust me, I have a video of this. Since I couldn't make it the way I wanted, I still needed his reaction. So the message came in, he clicked on it, and you could see him looking at the message like, are you serious? And I'm like, yes, I'm serious. I just brought out the thing and I'm like, it's true. And honestly, I didn't realize I was crying and I was shouting at the same time. I was still in the restroom and I was shouting, I was crying. At the same time, I was showing it to him like, see, it's true, look at it. He's like, you sure? Okay, so he said, I need you to test again. I'd already bought 2 test strips. That's the funny thing. If it doesn't work this today, tomorrow it must work. So I had 2 already. And he said, go ahead and test tomorrow. I said, okay, no problem. I have a test strip. He said, okay, go and buy 2 more test strips for, more days to come.
I don't want to hear stories.
So the next day I called him. We were on a call together. I did the test. We were both viewing it and we were both seeing lines come up. It was like a joke. We were not satisfied. The next day we tested again. The 4th day we had to use a digital test, the one that says pregnant or not pregnant. Now we testified he was back home by the 4th day. We sat down together and we tested together. We saw it together. Trust me, like if you had waited so long for something and that thing finally happens, you're ecstatic. The feeling cannot be I wake up at times and it's like a dream. Trust me, making this video, I still feel like someone will probably wake me up and say, I'm gonna wake up, you're dreaming. The whole pregnancy period, the whole finding out, it was like, I'm going to wake up and it will be a dream. I've never had to wait for something the way I waited for this one.
I'm an only son, and I kind of felt a little pressure. My parents weren't pressuring me in any way, right? They weren't my in-laws weren't pressuring me in any way as well, but probably I was, pressuring myself. I needed to, have my own child. I don't care the sex, male, female, I'm okay with anyone, right? So we have our a beautiful daughter. And when I look at her and I look at my wife, like the joy on her face, the sleepless nights that she has had to, have breastfeeding. I mean, you ladies, honestly, I don't know how you ladies get the strength to do all those, because sometimes I'll be sleeping and she'll be doing it, of course I have to go to work the next day. She's on maternity leave. I have to go to work the next day. So she's battling the baby alone. Sometimes I wake up, she will just say, babe, don't worry, you can go and sleep. I'll take care of her. I'm like, how did she get all this strength, to do that? How? Tell me.
I feel like I was prepared for motherhood for so
long.
Like, when it's finally here, it's like I feel like my body is running on this continuous adrenaline. At times, when we just had the baby, I felt like maybe I would break down.
Yeah.
I felt like because I wasn't sleeping, I was getting barely 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I felt like one day I would just wake up and my body would say, not today, Amara, not today. But it kept going. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like I was running on this fuel that I didn't know where it was coming from. And it's probably because this is something I waited for so long, and it's here and that's it. Nah, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. So it just happened. The strength just keeps coming. I still want us help, but the strength keeps coming, and I just want to do it. And in fact, the way it is now, I think I'm ready for baby number 2. I leave the newborn stage already.
It's not funny. You're ready for baby number 2. This one self is giving us sleepless nights. You want to add a second one to it? I'll think about it. we'll think about it, and then we'll have more discussion about this, about baby number. Of course, baby number 2 will definitely come, but am I ready for baby number 2?
Yes, you are. I'm happy you answer.
Okay. We'll discuss more about that. So we thought we should share this. We know that a lot of people are struggling with, infertility, whatever your problem is, trying to conceive medically, whatever it is at all. Trust me, you're not alone. So I also have a friend. We just we talked about it the other day, and he told me to be married. Even I told him, hey bro, don't worry, it's gonna come. Mine lasted for 5 years plus, and now I have a daughter, and yours is gonna come. Just be patient. He said, yeah. These are the kind of things you should be telling people, motivating them, not saying all sort of things, that will hurt them, right? So, thought we should share this, so that you, that's always going about discussing other people's business, you shouldn't. It's not your business at all. So, thank you.
Also, if you're trying to conceive and you come across this video,
Yeah.
I'm sending you all the positive light, all the love.
All of
I know
it.
what it feels like
All of
being
it.
in that position, and it's not what I wish for my enemy.
Yeah.
So I'm wishing you so much love, so much positivity. Sending anti-flow away, he won't understand.
I don't know what it
Wishing you baby dust.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, and please, if you're coming across our channel for the first time, my name is My name is Kene, and her name is Amara. And this is Amara and Kene. And please leave us a comment in the comment section. We hope you like this video. Share with anyone you feel that needs this video as a source of motivation, right? Please, we really appreciate you can share with them. Leave us a comment. We're always in the comment section to reply you guys. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as Amara and Kene. So you can give us a follow, and we promise to answer your questions, anything you have for us. So thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We see you guys on our next video. Bye.
Bye.